I'm Michael DelSignore, a Massachusetts OUI lawyer. In today's video, I want to explain to you what's going to happen at your first court date when you're arrested for OUI. First court date is the arraignment date. At this court date, the court's going to formally enter a not guilty plea. The court will have to assemble your file, so your case is not going to be called immediately at 9 o'clock when the court starts. You'll likely be called about 10:30, 11 o'clock. You'll probably be before the judge between 30 and 45 seconds. And if this is just your first offense OUI, there's going to be no issue of bail. You'll be released on your promise to appear in court. If you hire a lawyer for that date, perfect. If you haven't, it's not a problem because you're going to get another date for a pretrial hearing. What I would suggest is hire a lawyer quickly after the process because there might be evidence that we need to preserve or things that need to be done right away. But generally, if you hire a lawyer within a week of being arrested, that's going to be sufficient time. So you don't have to feel compelled to hire the first lawyer that you meet with just to appear at the arraignment. It's better if you can have a lawyer for the arraignment, not essential. At your next court date, it's a pretrial hearing. So your next court date is not a trial, but it's a conference date to make sure you have all the information about your case. From the pretrial, then, the case could go right to trial, or, as it often is the case, you may need a motion date. This date is to attempt to limit or reduce the evidence the government can present. If you have any constitutional challenges to why you were stopped, asked to get out of the car, or if you're contending that breath test evidence was inadmissible, you'll have a motion hearing, which is essentially a mini trial, but on a legal issue. Eventually, the final step for the case is to be brought before either a judge or jury for trial on all the issues, and that will finally determine whether there's enough evidence to convict you of OUI or whether the government falls short of the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. If you have any questions about what happens on your first court date or any of the steps along the way in fighting an OUI offense, feel free to call me. My name is Michael DelSignore I. I answer this question every day. I'd be happy to discuss the court process with you.